Alright, so we will quickly grasp some more problems in communication. These will be basically word problems. Okay, if there are 12 persons in a party and if each two of them shake hands with each other, how many handshakes can happen in the party? So very simple problem. We have 12 people, 12 people in the party, and for a handshake 2 people are required. So for a handshake 2 people are required. So the number of combinations possible here will be 12C2, and that will be factorial 12 upon factorial 10 factorial 2. So that's 12 into 11 into factorial 10 upon factorial 10 into 2 into 1. So that's basically how much? That's 66 ways of doing a handshake between 2 people. Okay. Now a question paper has 2 parts. A question paper basically has 2 parts. Part A and Part B, each containing 10 questions. Each containing 10 questions. If a student has to choose 8 from Part A and 5 from Part B, so Part A has 10 questions, Part B has 10 questions. A student has to choose 8 from Part A, 8 from Part A and 5 from Part B. So how many ways these combinations are possible? So possible combinations here will be 10C8 into 10C5, and that will be how much? Factorial 10 upon factorial 8 into factorial 2 into factorial 10 upon factorial 5 into factorial 5. So that's how much? 10 into 9 into 10 into 9 into 8 factorial upon 8 factorial into 2 into factorial 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into factorial 5 upon factorial 5 into factorial 5 we know is 120. 5 4s are 2, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so we have here factorial 8 and factorial 8 getting cancelled. This will be 5 9s are 45. Okay, or else we can take the entire thing here. Factorial 5 and factorial 5 get cancelled. This is 5 2s are 10, this is 4 2s are 8, this is 3 2s are 6, this is 2 1s are 2. So how much do we have? 5 into 9, 5 into 9 into 2 into 9, 5 into 9 into 2 into 9 into 7. Are we left with anything else? Into 7. So 5 2s are 10, 9 9s are 81, 81 into 7, 8 7s are 56. So this will be 5670. So these are the number of ways in which this can be done. Okay, we will move on to the next problem here. Okay, so in this problem it has been asked, in how many ways can a cricket 11 players in a cricket be chosen out of a batch of 15 players. So basically from a batch of 15 players we have to choose 11 players. There is no restriction on the selection, and a particular player is always chosen and a particular player is never chosen. Okay, so no restriction on the selection, 15 players, and we have to select basically 11 players. So this can be done in how many ways? Obviously 15 C11, right? So this will be 15 into 14 into 13 into 12 into factorial 11 upon factorial 11. 15 minus 11, that will be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, 15 minus 11 would be factorial 4, and factorial 4 is 4 into 3 to 2 into 1. 11 factorial 11 factorial, so this will be 4 3s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 2 7s are 14. So that's basically how much? 15 into 7 35, and then 5 into 13. So this will be 5 6 1365. This is going to be 1365. 15C11, that is 1365 ways. Okay, a particular player is always chosen. So there is always a particular player who is getting chosen. Okay, so how many times this can be done? So one particular player, see, out of 15 players, irrespective of whosoever we are choosing one. So the number of players left, one is already chosen, right? Number of players left will be how much? 14. Number of players will be left 14, and we need exactly 11. So one player is already chosen, so how many more do we have to choose? 10. So this can be done is the required number of ways will be 14C10, and that's 14 into 13 into 12 into 11 into factorial 10 upon factorial 10 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this gets cancelled. 4 3s are 12, 3 3 3 1s are 3, this 14 is there, okay, and we have 2 7s are 14. So this will be 13 into 11, that is 13, that is 143. 143 into, so 13 into 11, 143, 143 into 7, 3 7s are 21, 4 7s are 28, 29, 30, 7 7 8 9 10. So this will be 1001 ways. Okay, now a particular player is never chosen. So a particular player is never chosen. How do we do this? See, 15 players are there, out of which one particular player is never chosen. So we will be left with number of players left. In this case will be how much? 15 minus 1, that is 14. 15 minus 1, that is 14, and the number of players to be chosen is 11. So therefore the required number of ways will be equal to 14C11. That will be factorial 14 upon factorial 14 minus 11, that is 3 factorial, and that is 11 factorial. So 14 into 13 into 12 into factorial 11 upon factorial 11 into 3 into 2 into 1. This gets cancelled. 6 2s are 12, 14 2s are 28, 28 into 13 is a 24, 3 2s are 6 7 8, it ones are 8, 2 ones are 2, that's 4, 8 plus 8 16, 364 ways. So this will be basically 364 ways. Okay, so this problem is done. Let's say we will do this one. Hardly any place left, so let me rub a little here and accommodate the second question here. Okay, a committee of 3 persons is to be constituted from a group of 2 men and 3 women. In how many ways can this be done? So committee of 3 persons is to be constituted from a group of 2 men and 3 women. In how many? So how many people are there? 5. 5C. A committee of 3. So this can be done in 5C3 ways. That is 5 into 4 into factorial 3 upon factorial 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. So this and this gets cancelled. 2 2s are 4. So this will be 10 ways. This can be done in 10 ways. A committee of 3 persons is to be constituted from a group of 2 men and 3 women. In how many ways this can be done? So this can be done in 10 ways. How many of these committees would constitute of 1 man and 2 women? So one man can be chosen in from 2 C1 ways and 1 and 2 women. So the 2 women can be chosen from 3 C2 ways. So total number of ways, the total number of ways will be 2 C1 into 3 C2. So that will be 2 into 3, right? 3 and we have factorial 2, 3. So that will be 6 ways. That will be basically 6 ways. Okay. Simple problems in communication. Okay, so we have the card problem here, which is supposedly one of the favorite problems in the chapter of probability. But in first place, we need to have a clear understanding of how cards are. Okay, so what is the number of ways of choosing 4 cards from a pack of 52 playing cards? If we look into this question, since we are not choosy about any of the cards here, out of 52 cards, we can choose 4 cards in 52 C4 ways. That will be 52 C4, whatever the answer comes to be. Okay. Okay. In how many of these 4 cards are of the same suit? This is basically an NCERT problem. 4 cards are of the same suit. So 4 cards are of the same suit. So we have basically 13 different types of cards. Okay. We have 52 cards, out of which 26 are red, 26 are red, 26 are black. Out of this 26 we have 13 diamond and 13 heart. We have 13 spade and 13 club. So this will be 13 club. Okay. So out of this, 4 cards are of the same suit. So we can select 4 cards, 13 C4 here. We can select 13 C4 here. We can select 13 C4 here. We can select 13 C4 here. So that will be basically 4 into 13 C4, whatever the answer comes out to be. This will be 4 into 13 C4. So 4 cards have to be chosen. They can be chosen either from diamond, they can be chosen either from heart, they can be chosen either from spade, or they can be chosen either from club. Okay, so this is basically an OR condition. To be very precise, this is an OR condition. Okay. Alright, so now we have belong to 4 different suits. We have 4 cards belonging to 4 different suits. Okay, now from this we need to select 1 card, from this we need to select 1 card, from this we need to select 1 card, and from this we need to select 1 card. So be very precise about this. This is a combined event, which means that one event is dependent on the other. So here we cannot have an, so just as in OR condition we do an addition, in an AND condition, this is basically a classic example of an AND condition. AND condition means that one event depends upon the other. We have chosen 1 card from diamond, 1 card from club. So basically there are 4 different suits. Okay, so in this case this will be 13 C1 into 13 C1 into 13 C1 into 13 C1. So that will make it what? 13, and we know this will be 13 C1 is basically equal to 13. So this is 13 into 13 into 13 into 13 multiplied 4 times. So this will be 13 to the power of 4. Okay. That 4 cards are face cards. 4 cards are face cards. So how many options do we have for face cards? In diamond we have 4 face cards. In each of these species we have 4 face cards, right? So basically, no, we have 3 face cards, right? 3 face cards means the king, the queen, and the joker. Okay, so in each category we have 3. We have 3 here, we have 3 here, and we have 3 here. So total of 12. So out of 12, we have to select 4 face cards. 4 face cards. So that can be done in 12 C4 ways. Okay, that can be done in 12 C4 ways. This will be the answer to the third one. 2 cards are red cards and 2 cards are black cards. 2 cards are red cards and 2 cards are black cards. So basically we have, again this has an AND condition to it. Okay, AND. So AND means multiplication. So 26 C2 into 26 C2. Okay, from 26 red cards we have to select 2 cards. From 26 black cards we have to select 2 black cards. Okay, so this will be the multiplication here. Cards are of the same color. Cards are of the same color. So now either you choose black color or either you choose red color. So out of 26 C4, so if I have to choose 4 colors from the same card, that is 26. Okay, and if I will have OR, so this is an OR condition basically. So here I have an option to select 4 cards out of 26 black cards or 4 cards from 26 red cards. So this will be an OR condition. So this will be 2 into 26 C4. Okay. Okay, there is this question out here which states that a person wishes to make up as many different parties. As many different parties basically means a maximum condition. As he can out of his 20 friends, such that each party consists of the same number of persons. How many friends can he invite? Okay. Now before we do this problem, we have to have a clarity on this concept, which states that if you have n, let's say nc0 plus nc1 or nc2 till ncn, so out of this the maximum value if n is even is ncn by 2. Okay, this will be ncn by 2, and if the maximum value if n is odd is ncn minus 1 by 2, which can also be written as ncn plus 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. Okay, so now let's look at this case here. So this is basically a fundamental theorem. Okay, now a person wishes to make up as many different parties as he can out of his 20 friends. So out of his 20 friends, the maximum condition will be 20C n by 2. Now here n by 2 will be 20 by 2, that is 20C10. This will give the maximum condition. Okay, this will be giving the maximum condition, because here we know n is equal to 20 and n is basically even, so the maximum condition will be 20C10, as we have here the maximum condition. Okay, so this will give us the answer out here. A slightly different problem based on a slightly different concept. Alright people, so we are going to continue with some challenging questions in permutations and combinations, and I suppose we should be done in other lecture or two. Okay, so we have here the number of ways in which 10 candidates A1, A2 and A3 till A10 can be ranked so that A1 is always above A2 is how much. Okay, so here A1 and A1 is above always A2, so this will be basically A1, A2, and the remaining 10 can be selected from anywhere. Okay, so A1 is above A2, which means that these two positions cannot be interchanged. So first of all, we have to select the 2 candidates out of the 10 candidates for placing in these A1 and A2. So this can be done in 10C2 ways, selecting the 2 candidates, selecting 2 candidates for positions A1 and A2. Now that we have selected two places, we have the remaining 8 places out here. These remaining 8 places can be arranged in amongst the 8 members. The remaining 8 places can be arranged. The remaining 8 places can be arranged in factorial 8 ways. That is basically a permutation, clear case of permutation. So the number of places, therefore total number of ways will be equal to 10C2 into factorial 8, and that's going to give us how much? Factorial 10 upon factorial 8 into factorial 2 into factorial 8. So this factorial 8 and factorial 8 get cancelled. For factorial 2 we have the value as 2, so this will be 1 by 2 into this factorial 10. 1 by 2 factorial 10. Do we have? Yes, this would be the correct answer. Okay, now out of 30 points in a plane, 8 are collinear. The number of lines that can be framed out of these points. So out of 30 points, so if we were to if none of them were collinear, none of the points is collinear, total number of lines possible. So in order to make a line, we just need 2 points. So out of 30 we can select 2 points like this. Now out of these we have 8 points which are collinear. So 30 points in a plane, so these 8 points in a plane are collinear. 30 points in a plane, 8 are collinear. So basically the number of lines which could have been formed by 8 points has to be subtracted. Now the number of lines which can be formed by 8 collinear points. This would be how much? This will be 8C2, obviously 8C2. Okay, now this needs to be subtracted from this. However, there is one line which is getting formed out of these 8 collinear points. Okay, there is one line which is getting formed by the 8 collinear points. There is one line which is getting formed by these 8 collinear points. So how would we do this? This would be 30C2 minus 8C2 plus this one. Okay, 30C2 is basically selecting those 2 minus 8C2 plus 1. So this will be 30 into 29 into factorial 28 upon factorial 28 into 2 minus 8c2, that is 8 into 7 into factorial 6 upon factorial 6 into 2 plus 1. 28, this will be to 15. Okay, 29 into 15, that will be 5, that will be 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5 minus factorial 6, 2, 8, 7, 4, 7s are 28 minus 28 plus 1. So whatever this comes out to be, 4, 7, 35 minus 28, that will be 407, and 407 plus 1, that's going to be 408. So this is going to be 408. This will be the option. Okay. Alright people, so we are going to continue with some challenging questions in permutations and combinations, and I suppose we should be done in other lecture or two. Okay, so we have here the number of ways in which 10 candidates A1, A2 and A3 till A10 can be ranked so that A1 is always above A2 is how much. Okay, so here A1 and A2, A1 is above always A2, so this will be basically A1, A2, and the remaining 10 can be selected from anywhere. Okay, so A1 is above A2, which means that these two positions cannot be interchanged. So first of all, we have to select the 2 candidates out of the 10 candidates for placing in these A1 and A2. So this can be done in 10C2 ways, selecting the 2 candidates, selecting 2 candidates for positions A1 and A2. Now that we have selected two places, we have the remaining 8 places out here. These remaining 8 places can be arranged in amongst the 8 members. The remaining 8 places can be arranged. The remaining 8 places can be arranged in factorial 8 ways. That is basically a permutation, clear case of permutation. So the number of places, therefore total number of ways will be equal to 10C2 into factorial 8, and that's going to give us how much? Factorial 10 upon factorial 8 into factorial 2 into factorial 8. So this factorial 8 and factorial 8 get cancelled. For factorial 2 we have the value as 2, so this will be 1 by 2 into this factorial 10. 1 by 2 factorial 10. Do we have? Yes, this would be the correct answer. Okay, now out of 30 points in a plane, 8 are collinear. The number of lines that can be framed out of these points. So out of 30 points, so if we were to if none of them were collinear, none of the points is collinear, total number of lines possible. So in order to make a line, we just need 2 points. So out of 30 we can select 2 points like this. Now out of these we have 8 points which are collinear. So 30 points in a plane, so these 8 points in a plane are collinear. 30 points in a plane, 8 are collinear. So basically the number of lines which could have been formed by 8 points has to be subtracted. Now the number of lines which can be formed by 8 collinear points. This would be how much? This will be 8C2, obviously 8C2. Okay, now this needs to be subtracted from this. However, there is one line which is getting formed out of these 8 collinear points. Okay, there is one line which is getting formed by the 8 collinear points. There is one line which is getting formed by these 8 collinear points. So how would we do this? This would be 30C2 minus 8C2 plus this one. Okay, 30C2 basically 30C2 is 30C2 is basically selecting those two minus 8C2 plus 1. So this will be 30 into 29 into factorial 28 upon factorial 28 into 2 minus 8C2, that is 8 into 7 into factorial 6 upon factorial 6 into 2 plus 1. 28, this will be to 15. Okay, 29 into 15, that will be 5, that will be 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5 minus factorial 6, 2, 8, 7, 4, 7s are 28 minus 28 plus 1. So whatever this comes out to be, 4, 7, 35 minus 28, that will be 407, and 407 plus 1, that's going to be 408. So this is going to be 408. This will be the option. Okay. Okay, so we have here two problems from IIT, and this basically is the number of ways of choosing 10 objects out of 31, of which 10 are identical and the remaining 21 are distinct. Okay, so let's handle this out here. Okay, so now how many combinations? Number of possible combinations, number of possible combination, 0 identical, none of the identical, and all. So we have to choose basically 10 objects out of a set of 0 identical. So we are not choosing any of the identicals. So 31 minus 10, that will be 21. 31 minus 10, because we are not choosing any of the identicals out here. We are just choosing the 10 objects out of 21 remaining objects. So this can be done in 21C 10 ways. Okay, so this will be how many? 1 into 21C10, that is 21C10 ways. Now one identical will leave us with how many places to select from? Now we have 9 objects to be selected from a set of 21 objects. 21 objects are distinct, so this will be 1 into 21C9. Okay, now the possibility of selecting an identical object will always remain the same, because there is nothing distinct, so we have to just pick up one from them. So that's the reason it will be 1. Now if we have 2 identical, same thing out here, we just have to select 2 identical objects. This will be 21C. How many places are we left with? 8. So this will be 1. So here we have 2 identical objects. We have to be selected, and the remaining, so this will be 0. Or we can put it in this way: 1 identical object and 10 distinct. 1 identical and 10 distinct. So this can be done in 1 into 21. 0 identical and 10 distinct. 9 distinct. So this can be done in this ways. 8 distinct. So this can be done in 1 into 21C8, that is 21C8 ways. Okay, so this can be carried on till let's say all 10 identical. So before that we will have 9 identical into 1 distinct. So this will be 1 into 21C1, yes, 21C1, so that will be 21C1, and 10 identical into 0 distinct. So this can be 1 into 21C0, that is 21C0. So this would be the total number of ways. So let's say let X be the total number of ways. Let X be the total number of ways. In this case we have X is equal to 21C10 plus 21C9 and so on and so forth till 21C0. Okay, now this 21C10, see, we know that NCR can be written as NCN minus R. So here the X can be written as 21C, 21 minus 10, that is 11, plus 21 minus 9, that will be 12, and so on and so forth, plus 21C, 21. Okay, now look at this x, look at this x and this x. Look at this x and this x. If we happen to add them, so x adding, let's say this is 1 and this is 2. So adding 1 and 2, we will have 2x is equal to, we'll start from here, 21C0 plus 21C1 and so on and so forth till 21C10, and then we'll start from here, that will be 21C11 plus 21C21. Okay, so 2x will be equal to this. Now how do we get the value of this? So it's very easy. From binomial theorem, we have a plus x to the power of n is equal to nc0, a to the power of n, x to the power of 0. Then we have nc1, a to the power of n minus 1, x to the power of 1, and so on and so forth. Last term will be ncn, a to the power of 0, x to the power of n. Now if you notice, we have all this, but no a and x's as such. So if I take this as 1 and this as 1 to the power of n, that will be how much? 2 to the power of n, and that will be nc0, again 1 and 1 makes no sense, nc1, again this will be 1 and 1, and so on and so forth, so ncn. So in the same way, 1 plus 1 to the power of 21, that is 2 to the power of 21, will give us 21c0 plus 21c1 and so on and so forth till 21c21. Okay, so in this place we can write 2x is equal to, this entire thing can be written as 2 to the power of 21, 2 to the power of 21. So therefore x will be 2 to the power of 21 upon 2. So this is going to give us x is equal to 2 to the power of 20. X is equal to 2 to the power of 20. Do we have an option here? Yes, this will be the option. Okay, we will have to rub the board before we attempt the second one. So let me make some adjustments here. Okay, this would be a pretty easy one from IIT 2019. This was asked in mains. Suppose that 20 pillars of the same height have been erected. So this is basically a circular stadium and there are pillars which are there. So these are basically the pillars which we have. Suppose that 20 pillars of the same height have been erected along the boundary of a circular stadium. If the top of each pillar has been connected by beams. So let's say this has been connected like this. This has been connected like this. Okay, if the top of each pillar has been connected by beams with the top of all its non-adjacent, so it means that these are not connected, but anything which is non-adjacent is basically connected. Okay, so let's say we have all these connections out here. These are beams which are connected, but non-adjacent ones are not connected. Okay, well, then the total number of beams is, so first of all, the total number of beams between any two pillars, this is going to be 20C2. Okay, now we have to basically take this, also takes into consideration, this is also taking into consideration the pillars, the beams, this includes the beams which are on adjacent pillars as well. Okay, adjacent pillars, and that is something that we have to ignore. Okay, we cannot, because if the top of each of the pillar has been connected by beams with the top of all its non-adjacent pillars, we have to take the consideration of non-adjacent pillars. So number of beams on adjacent pillars, how much would this be? Number of beams on adjacent pillars, so we have 20 pillars out here. If we connect all of them like this, we will get how many? We will get 20. This has to be subtracted because the beams are not on adjacent pillars. So therefore the required number of ways will be 20C2 minus 20. 20 C2 minus 20. Do we have an option here? We have to calculate the value. Okay, 20, this will be factorial 18 into 2 minus 20 into 19 into 18 factorial minus 20. So this will be 18 gone. We have 2 tens, so this will be 190 minus 20. That's going to give us 170. Okay, so this one will be the correct option here. Okay. Okay, so we have this problem again from IIT 2019, a pretty bigger problem, but a smaller solution here. So there are some identical balls that are arranged in a row to form an equilateral triangle. The first row consists of one ball, the second row consists of two balls, and so on. So this is how the equilateral triangle will be formed. First row, then we have the second row, then we have the third row, and so on and so forth. We will actually make the this will be the, let's say, this will be the nth row. This is the first row. Okay, so in the first row we have one ball, in the second row we have two balls, in the third row we will have three balls, and so on and so forth. In the nth row we will have n balls. So in that case if we look, this will be what? This will be, how many balls do we have? Total balls will be 1 plus 2 plus 3. Let the total balls be n. So we have 1 plus 2 plus and so on and so forth till n. Now this is basically what? An AP, and for an AP we know that sum of n terms is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So putting the values here, n by 2, the first term is 1 here, plus n minus 1, the common difference is 1 here. So this will be n by 2, 2 plus n minus 1, that will be n by 2 into this will be n plus 1. So this will be the number of balls which are arranged to form an equilateral triangle. So the equilateral triangle is formed by this arrangement, n by 2 into n plus 1. The equilateral triangle is formed by this arrangement. So the nth row will have n balls, first, second, third, and so on and so forth. So some identical balls are arranged in a row to form an equilateral triangle. So let the we will not have n balls here actually. To be very precise, let there be n rows in triangle. Let there be n rows in the equilateral triangle. So the total number of balls in the equilateral triangle is n by 2 into n plus 1. Now if 99 more balls are added, so 99 more balls are added, that will be n by 2 into n plus 1 plus 99. Okay. If 99 more identical balls are added to the total number of balls used in forming the triangle, then all these balls can be arranged in a square whose each side contains exactly 2 balls less than the number of balls each side of the triangle contains. Okay, so see, in the triangle how many balls do we have? 1, 2, 3 and so on and so forth. So there is n balls here, there is n balls here, and there is n balls here. Okay, so the square is basically made up of how many balls? N minus 2 balls here and n minus 2 balls here, because it's written here, see, whose each side contains exactly 2 balls less than the number of balls each side of the triangle contains. So how many balls will be there in the square? So total balls in the square will be n minus 2 into n minus 2. Okay, so that will be n minus 2 square. So now we can make the equation as n by 2 into n plus 1 plus 99. This will be equal to n minus 2 square. Okay, so if I multiply this by 2, this will be n square plus n, this plus 198 is equal to 2. This can be expanded as n square minus 4n plus 4. So that's going to be 2n square minus 8n plus 8, 2n square minus 8n plus 8, n square plus n plus 198. So this can be written as n square minus 8n plus n. So that will be minus 9n. This will be minus 9n. Okay, and then we have 8 minus, so this will be 190 is equal to 0. Very quickly we can say that 0 is equal to n minus 10n plus n minus 190. We are just factorizing this 190. We have here 190. Okay. So we have to have minus n. This is 19 into 10. Yes, 19 into 10. If we factorize 19 into 10, then 19 minus 10 gives us 9. Okay, so we can say that this is minus 19n plus 10n is equal to this. So this gives us 0 is equal to n into, this is n square, n into n minus 19 plus 10 into n minus 19. So that will be n minus 19 into n plus 10 is equal to 0. So this gives us n is equal to 19. Of course we cannot consider n is equal to minus 10 here. N is equal to minus 10 cannot be considered. Okay, so now we have to find the number of balls used to form the equilateral triangle. Now number of balls which have been used to form the equilateral triangle is this. So this, putting the value of n here as 19 by 2 into 19 plus 1, 19 plus 1. So this will be 19 by 2 into 20. So that will be 190 balls. So that will be 190 balls. This will be basically the answer here. Okay.